Literally, I spent about 100 on each of them. You can do the math on that. 3 magazines. It's for Harry.
I think the craziest thing I've done as a Taylor Swift fan is have a custom-made doll of hers.
Welcome to MTV's Lifestyles of the Biggest Standums. This is the show where we give you exclusive access to the weird, wild, and wonderful lives and collections of this country's biggest stands. Woo! This is an exciting one. They are 2 of the biggest stars on the planet. It's our season finale, and this episode should last about as long as their relationship. Make way for stands of the marvelous Harry Styles and Taylor Swift. Will Louise' $10,000 Swift sanctuary make you feel relaxed and rejuvenated, or give you a minor checking account panic attack? In the meantime, let's head to Brooklyn, New York to meet India and fine-comb through her exceptional attention to detail when it comes to her Harry Styles fandom. Here we go.
Hey y'all, what's up? My name is India. I'm from Brooklyn, New York, and I'm Harry Styles' biggest fan. Come on in. So when it comes to like collecting Harry's merch, I feel like it just, one thing always leads to another, which is why I feel like it'll probably never end. The things I've collected over the years have been dolls, perfume, vinyls, CDs, knickknacks, autographs. I have about 10 books that aren't really directly related to Harry, but Harry's mentioned reading them, and so I went out and bought them because I wanted to have the books and read them as well. So this is my bed where I sleep every night. What I have thrown across right here is a blanket that is fashioned on Harry's tattoo. So we have the iconic butterfly stomach tattoo, and you have the iconic little ferns that he has on the side. Just love it. We have my Build-A-Bear One Direction bear that I had since I was 11 years old. Over my bed, I have a collage. We have different positive reminders that I feel like he would probably remind me of. So over here, I have my Harry Styles Jesus candle. Blasphemous as I don't know what, but I just love it so much. My mom almost kicked me out the house when I brought this home, but it's long-haired Harry, so like I had to get it. The first time I saw Harry was in the What Makes You Beautiful music video by One Direction. They did that little glory shot of him by himself, and it was just, I fell in love with him right there. I feel like I became even more of a like stan when he finally did his solo music. I don't want to say I was psyched when they broke up because it was obviously so sad, but I could actually focus on him and like just not feel guilty about like ignoring the other members of One Direction. Okay, so this is my desk. It's as crazy as it looks. So right here, I have my Another Man magazines that you probably would think they were like $8, $20. No, you're wrong. Literally, I spent about 100 on each of them. You can do the math on that. 3 magazines. I just love them so much. Right over here, I have the iconic Harry pearls that he always wears. So I have my own heart-shaped sunglasses that Harry wore in the Watermelon Sugar music video. I just love them. Look how cute they are. They're so cute. I have Harry's iconic Gucci lipstick shade that he used in his Beauty Papers magazine cover. This was $40 for this little tube of lipstick. Ridiculous, but it's for Harry. I have this Essie nail polish, and it's the exact shade that he wore on his nails when he went to the Met Gala in 2019. That's one of my favorite things because the Met Gala look is like one of my favorite looks of his. So the thing I love most about Harry Styles would definitely be he just lives out loud. He wears what he wants. He does what he wants. He gives me a lot of confidence to do the same thing in my everyday life. So if I want to wear something that I normally wouldn't wear, I'd be like, well, maybe Harry would wear it. So like, why not give it a shot? So this is my closet. I just typically wear Harry merch every single day. This is my long-sleeved Adore You shirt. It's one of my favorite shirts. So comfortable. This is my Harry Styles Rubik's Cube t-shirt. I did pay about $50 for this shirt. So I held this sign up last year during the Black Lives Matter protests that were going on. I actually took Harry's Treat People with Kindness motto and I made a sign with my own spin on it, and it was actually amazing to see Harry actually attend a Black Lives Matter protest, and that made me even more proud to hold the sign up to know that he actually genuinely cares about the cause. So this is probably the first thing I ever bought Harry related for my collection. I just love this doll so much because I had it since I was a little girl and I never opened it. I just feel like it's just so special. So this is perhaps probably the most rare vinyl of my collection. The white version of Harry's debut album. This probably cost about $300 just for this one vinyl. It's really, really rare and I love it. My biggest collection are my magazines and I probably have over like 50 covers. So right here we have Harry's solo GQ cover from 2013. And since it's so rare and since it's for the British GQ, it definitely cost me over $100 for this magazine. This magazine was actually really, really hard to find. So obviously you can tell how much I care about this specific magazine cover. This is from 2018. It probably cost me about $100. So I have a couple of signed One Direction CDs. Right on this wall over here, I have my signed Sign of the Times lyric sheet. Yes, it cost me about $200, but I just feel like I have a piece of history. I think over the years, I've definitely probably spent about $10,000 on my whole entire Harry Styles collection. My love for Harry, it actually inspires me to just be a better person overall, because you know his motto is treat people with kindness. So every time I try to go out, I try to at least do like one kind thing a day.
That is beautiful. The styler spreading kindness and joy throughout the world. How can you top that? Not that it's a competition or anything. We would never do such a thing on a public platform. No need to let us know what you think in the comments. Thank you. So on a completely unrelated note, we'll make our way to LA and meet the Swift Parade's Grand Marshal, the one and only Luis.
Hey, I'm Luis. I'm one of Taylor Swift's biggest fans. Let me show you guys my Taylor-themed office. My office is like my little sanctuary. It's kind of like a giant vision board for me. This is where I get creative. Walking in here every morning to see her face, just kind of a daily reminder that I have just as many hours as Taylor. I can have the same drive as her if I just keep working hard. Being a Taylor Swift fan is more than just being a fan. It's a sort of lifestyle. I wake up to Taylor Swift. Right now it's You Need to Calm Down. That's what wakes me up in the morning to get ready for work. While I'm cooking, Taylor's playing. When I need inspiration, you will hear Taylor. She literally is like the soundtrack to my day-to-day. I've collected anything from ticket stubs to buttons, stickers. After every show, I always make it a thing to pick up the confetti that flies from the cannons. My little Christmas section, Reputation-themed coasters, my signed Evermore album. This was the drink menu from the Miss Americana screening that I went to down in LA. This is Stash. He's also a Taylor Swift fan. He will literally watch the Miss Americana in bed with me. It's really cute. This section right here is where I keep all of her records. I had some specifically custom framed because they are signed and I wanted to make sure they were preserved. This Folklore one cost me about $250. Right here I had her 6 first albums. This Prime Day concert poster, I have her signed Lover booklet, and then this is $350. I think the craziest thing I've done as a Taylor Swift fan, and when people see it, they're like, oh my God, you're crazy, is have a custom-made doll of hers. This is the exact outfit that she wore when she performed New Romantics, which is my favorite song. The color, the bustier, the makeup is on point. If you go back and watch her performance, that's exactly what she looked like. So as you can see in this photo, this is one of the samples that I sent the artist, and I was like, I want her to look just like this. To get this doll custom made and professionally cased, it cost me about $1,100. So this is my Reputation styled Taylor doll that I had from the same artist. He actually created another Taylor doll. In total with the case, this cost $1,500. Everything she puts out there, you can see the passion behind it. She's not just going into a vocal booth and recording lyrics that someone wrote for her. She's in there writing her own music, staying up late working on her songs. There's just so much creativity that runs through her mind that I think is just so inspiring. So in total, I spent maybe $200 on this little display quarter just right here. To get this custom neon sign, it was about $450. This delicate lithograph, it was limited edition. With the framing was about $150. When 1989 was happening and she was going on tour, I literally ate Lunchables for months to save money to go to her tour. And I had missed out on the original sale. So I was driving to the Staples Center without tickets. And I was on the phone with my mom, I'm like, help me find a seat. She did, she's like, I think I got you an aisle seat. It was probably the best seat in the house because that's how I met Taylor's mom. Over here, I have a selfie with Taylor Swift's mom, Mama Swift. I had an aisle seat at the 1989 tour and I saw her walk past me and I just like popped out really quick and I was like, can I please take a photo with you? And she was very nice. Took the time to take a quick selfie with me. I've probably spent close to, if not a little more than $10,000 on my pieces of art. I am basically the face of Taylor when it comes to this community. Friends, when they think of Taylor or see Taylor, I'm what comes to mind.
Wow, we are all about positivity on this episode, unless it comes to COVID. Thank you so much for joining us on our cross-country trip to take a glimpse into the lives of the country's biggest stands. Whether it's getting a job just for a perfume launch, going on a strict Wi-Fi-less budget, or putting a 6-foot cutout over your bed, we hope that you've been inspired to turn the dial up on your own stanhood. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.